So, I would just like to define what proactive joy is, in the scientific behavioral parlance. So, sabi dyan, it refers to intentionally cultivating. So, tinatanim mo talaga a sense of joy in one's life through conscious effort and practices. So, it takes a lot of effort to experience proactive joy kasi nagtatanim ka ng kagalakan every day. Okay? So, para pag dumating yung harvest time, mahuhugot mo siya. Yung hugot mo, hindi yung pain. Diba? Ang hugot mo, ligaya. Ang hugot mo, positive emotions. Ang hugot mo, yung ability mo to give. Yung hugot mo sa buhay mo, it's actually your desire to help others. Yung hugot mo sa buhay mo, it's actually memories na is filled with yung positive events sa life mo. Or even in the midst of a negative event sa buhay mo, let's say nagkaroon kayo, nasunugan kayo ng bahay, you are still able to find meaning and purpose kung bakit nangyari siya, and you will not park in the aspect of sadness because you know na wala naman magagawa if you worry, if you are sad. Hindi naman makakadagdag yun doon sa pag-repair ng bahay na nasunog. Diba? It will not add to any recovery on your end if you continue to dwell in that and you continue to park in that. So you can actually overcome that situation. So, sabi po rito sa isang sa isang napaka-importanting study, sabi dyan, what stops us from experiencing joy? It suggests that we actually have 3 times more positive experiences than negative experiences daily. So why do we always focus more on the negatives? Because this is the answer. Meron mga tao, by behavior, they have negativity bias. And it's part of culture, it's part of media, it's part of a lot of things yung stimulus sa ating kapaligiran. Pero ikaw na ang bahala if you're going to absorb the negativity bias. So sabi dyan, this causes us to give more weight and importance to negative things in life, even when they are significantly less frequent or severe than the positives. Remember, you experience 3 more positive experiences than negatives on a daily basis. But yung isang negative experience mo, ang tendency mo kasi is to negate all the positive experience because of negativity bias. Kaya pansin nyo ba, pag balita, tas negative yung balita, mas maraming nanonood. Okay? Kapag may nangyaring hindi maganda doon sa pamilya mo, mas yung ear mo nas nakikinig. Kasi yung pinsan mo nakapasa sa board o yung tito mo o tita mo ganito yung nagawa or whatever, di ba? Pero pag may namatay o may nalaman tayo na addict na buntis, di ba? Nakafocus ka agad doon. That's because of negativity bias. Next is habituation. Ano pa? Sabi dyan, we also tend to get used to the positive things and experiences in our day-to-day life, so we stop noticing them while we continue to focus on the negatives, making us feel like they're more prevalent. So actually, maraming mga positive things na nangyayari sa'yo on a daily basis. Kung let's say, nagising ka, nakapaglakad ka, pag tinignan mo yun, but because it's actually something na you take for granted, akala mo it doesn't really make sense. But actually, it does. So, yung gratefulness sa buhay mo will actually bring joy. Mapag-uusapan natin deeper yan. But the point of the matter is, dahil minsan, yung joyful event sa buhay natin, it's actually something na it becomes so prevalent to us. We think na, hindi naman siya something to celebrate about. For instance, yung anak mo na hindi let's say nabuntis kung ikaw ay parent, na ang graduate siya, hindi siya nabuntis at nagpakasal siya, na virgin siya. Those are the things that you can be thankful about, diba? O di kaya yung asawa mo hindi nangalon niya. That is something that you can be thankful about. But if that is too trivial for you, then you will not see that. You will only see the negative things. Halimbawa, nakita mo yung asawa mo, asawa mo babae, lalaki ka, nakita mo nag-aalaga siya ng anak mo, nagluluto siya, naglilinis siya ng bahay, because you get so used to it, you don't look at that as something that is positive. Pero pag may nabasag siyang plato o bigla siyang nagalit o nainis, napuno siya, tapos nagalit sa'yo, you would actually immediately focus on the negative actuation ng iyong partner or ng iyong wife. But if you're going to really analyze it, makikita mo na marami kang dapat ipagpasalamat. Next is sharing the negatives. Ayan, we often bond with other people over bad news. Tulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, di ba? Mas mabenta kasi yung bad news. World events, negative things in our daily lives, we tend to share and discuss these experiences more than the positive things that happen in our life. So that is basic human tendency. Kaya nga, yung mga commentaries or yung mga commentators na punong-puno ng negativity yung kanilang mga sinasabi, normally they are more popular than programs na nagse-celebrate ng victory, nagse-celebrate, let's say, na accomplishment, nagse-celebrate ng life. So, pansinin natin sa ating kapaligiran that that is actually what's happening around us. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to pop that in our chat box, or you can unmute your mic to ask that beautiful question about joy. Yan, so importante nga. So how can we ensure that we are going to experience proactive joy? These are very important things. Number one is relationships are key to health and joy. This is the number one reason kung bakit masaya ang tao. Dahil sa kanyang mga karelasyon. Yes. So kung katabi mo ang iyong partner sa buhay, hindi mo maigi, siya ba ay source ng joy o siya ba ay source ng sadness? Ika nga. So, relationships are key to health and joy. Social connections. Pag napanood natin, let's say yung Blue Zone tawag dito, documentary, mapapansin nyo na yung strong social connections are the reason why they are happy and why they are actually filled with joy. Okay? And there is even this somewhere in Europe na walang home for the aged. Tapos makikita mo na sa particular area na to sa Europe, ang nangyayari is yung buong village nagtutulong-tulong na alagaan yung mga lola at lolo. So, strong social connections. Anong sabi dyan? It shows lower rates of diabetes among them, arthritis, cognitive decline, and other chronic conditions. The researchers hypothesize that close relationships act as stress regulators. They help our bodies calm down and return to equilibrium after being revved up by challenging events. Social connections, yung kaya mo makipag-usap sa mga taong ito about what's happening in your life. And yung relationships mo actually brings positive interaction. So, if you have friends, family, or romantic partners, it contributes to the feeling of belongingness or acceptance, may support, at meron kang fulfillment na na-experience out of sharing those things, diba? So you receive emotional support, you feel understood and valued by others as key to happiness or joy and overall well-being. Diba? Napaka-amazing po ng impact niya sa buhay natin if you're going to look at it. Social connections. Kaya nga, napaka-importante ng maayos na simbahan. Yung simbahan na walang chismisan, yung simbahan na nagpapalakas sa bawat isa. And it is proven also in this in this Blue Zone documentary na yung mga tao na actually socially connected through the bonds of religious ideologies, sila din talaga yung nagkakaroon ng positive social interaction. So, mas malaya sila nagtutulungan, mas malaya sila nagkukwentuhan. Sa kanila, ang kwento ng buhay ay hindi chismis. Ang kwento ng kanilang buhay ay para magtulungan sila na maka-alagwa o maka-overcome yung mga tao sa kanilang kapaligiran. Kaya nga po, isipin natin, sino ba yung mga karelasyon natin? Ito mga karelasyon ba natin, naalala lang tayo pag kailangan nilang mangutang. So, hindi mo dapat gawing kaibigan yung mga taong yan. Kahit ka mag-anak mo pa sila, hindi mo sila dapat papasukin sa iyong buhay para manakaw ang iyong kagalakan o manakaw kung ano man meron kang positive na emotions. Kaya nga napaka-importante na mapili tayo doon sa ating mga karelasyon kasi tandayan ng pagmamahal sa ating sarili para maprotektahan natin ang ating kagalakan. Huwag po natin kakalimutan yan. So, para kung may boyfriend ka o may girlfriend ka na matino, maayos sila, nirerespeto ka nila, mahal ka nila, nakakadagdag yan dun sa overall well-being mo. Pero kung yung boyfriend mo o girlfriend mo hindi sumasagot sa text, di ba? Mahirap pakibagayan, hindi mo malaman kung saan nagpunta, wala kang tiwala, it adds sadness to you. So nawawala tuloy yung joy sa buhay mo dahil na nanakaw ng mga ka-relationship mo. So napaka-importante, number one, according to studies, the most powerful source of joy, health and well-being are your key relationships. Ayan. So, ingatan po natin ang ating pagpili ng ating mga makakarelasyon.